Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a C63s in. Nathan's already done a service on it. As you can tell, his engine bay is nice and clean. It needs a gearbox service and a rear axle differential service, so we thought we'd show you what goes on there. So we need to drain the gearbox fluid, change the sump pan. It has internal filters, drain and refill the rear diff oil, and we've also got a bleed procedure to do at the end of the gearbox service. It bleeds the valves inside the gearbox, so we thought we'd take you on that little journey with us. Like and subscribe. Hope you enjoy the video. Got the gearbox draining. We loosen off one side, and then that allows us to tip the sump a bit more this way to get a cleaner drain. Okay. Nice. Right, we've got the gearbox sump off, so let's roll the sleeves up. As you can see on the old one, all the magnets obviously attract all the crap inside the gearbox, so we'll show you that, and we'll also show you the comparison to the new one. The new 9-speed sump, this is AMG specific. Even though the 9-speed box goes in non-AMG cars, the sump is specific. The filters are built into the sump, so when you replace the sump, you're replacing everything. It's quite an expensive job because of that. You're replacing the sump every time, but there's two internal filters. The magnets are internal, you don't swap them over, and they've actually modified the AMG one to carry more magnets than the original. So the original one's got 1, 2, 3, 4. The modified one has also got 4. But they've changed the position of them, and they've put stronger magnets in to attract all that crap that's coming out. So this is the fill tube. We replace the fill tube every service. You can transfer them from the old one, but we always fit new. Right, the new sump's on. Sump comes with new filters and magnets in it, so nothing really to replace. We're now going to fill it up with the fluid. Genuine Mercedes fluid, MB spec 236.17. Right, so we've filled up the gearbox fluid. That gearbox is all full. Ready? So as part of the drain screw, there's a little temperature sensor, so you've got to be really careful when you take that out. So now I'm going to fill up the diff. I'm just going to show you a little colour comparison for the new from the old. Nice and clear. Right, diff's all filled up. You fill it up until it runs out, and then you know it's full, and that is pretty much it. Screw plug in, 50 Newton meters. Right, so we're ready to perform the gearbox bleed and drain. There's two ways of doing it. You can do it with an ultrasonic unit, which we don't have, or you can do it without an ultrasonic unit, which is how we're going to do it. So we're just filling that in now on the diagnostics to tell it how we're doing it. Oil level measurement without ultrasonic unit. Have we got the tool? Yes, we have. Right, we now need to get the gearbox up to temperature. It needs to be 35 degrees for the first bleed. The first bleed is done without the engine running, so we need to start it up, get it to 35, switch it off, and then perform the bleed, and then we can move on to the next bleed. Right, we're on a different car because we messed up recording the bleed procedure that you do with the car not running. So we're going to demonstrate it on this car and chop it into the other video. So the bleed procedure is starting. I'll put my microphone up to the gearbox so you can hear it. So obviously that's the one that we wanted to show you with it not running, so you could hear it and it is actually doing something. And the next one is running. So now we'll jump back to the video that the car was originally on, and that's it. That's it, idle speed. Engage gear neutral. We're now on the second part of the bleed procedure. You see here where it says active, it's going to start bleeding. It's going to count itself up. One bleed done. Okay, the second bleed procedure is done. We now need to raise the vehicle, and then we can put our drain screw in, and we have to get the fluid level correct, so it'll drain out. As soon as it changes, as soon as air pockets start coming in the fluid, that's the end of the drain. So the computer gives us a bit of a countdown of how long we've got to get it set up. So we're going to send the car up now. Right, we've now got the car up in the air. The countdown's finished, so now it's going to ask us to perform the drain. So we click start, and then it's going to increase the idle speed for us to drain it. So you can hear the idle speed's now gone up. So now he's going to insert the tool, turn it to position 3, which drains the fluid back out. As soon as air pockets start going into the drain, that's when we switch it off. See how clean that fluid is compared to what came out. There you go. So as you could see there, as soon as air started entering the drain tube, off, done. Then we can get back to the machine, tell it that we've done it, stop. And that is the correct way to bleed and correct the fluid level. Okay, that's the gearbox service and diff service all done. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you on the next one.